So let's say you're starting Google Ads and you have a small budget. So it's only maybe, let's say it's actually only a few $100s, like $500 for your budget, which would be relatively small in the kind of Google Ads world. So let's say a really small budget. How are you going to optimize that? Or maybe it's even small, it's just small for your industry. Because maybe you have really high CPCs. So even a $5,000 budget could be a really small budget if you have extremely high CPCs. So how do you optimize? How do you make this go a little further? For one, if you have off hours, so hours you're not working, you could actually turn those hours off to kind of focus in that budget into a tighter area. You could also look at narrowing your location. So if you have a location-based business, you can narrow that location around that. So tighten that location up a little bit more. Make sure you have that setting I've mentioned before. There's a setting in locations to ensure that you're only targeting presence. So make sure that's tightened up. You can do different things, like you could add some audiences in, and maybe there's an audience that does perform well. You could cut out all the other audiences and try targeting that audience and see if that still performs well for you. That's a little more of an advanced technique, but that's another way you could try to get more out of your budget. There's lots of different ways to do it, but ultimately just expect slower results when you have a lower budget. If you have a higher budget, then you're obviously going to be able to spend a lot more. And everything's going to come a lot quicker. So I think with budget, it comes down to how fast do you want things to go. So if you're okay with slower results, then the smaller budget is going to work for you. If you want fast results, you're going to have to increase that budget.